Hey all, Herb Morgan here, candidate California State Controller. I want to take a moment to thank President Donald Trump for authorizing this investigation. Yesterday, you saw Steve Hilton and I formally requested that the U.S. Department of Justice and the relevant inspectors general step in and investigate California's spending programs. We didn't do this quietly. We held a large press conference in downtown San Francisco in the rain outside of the California Employment Development Department, where the state of California has already admitted to losing about $55 billion of our tax dollars, not over decades, not across all of government, in one single program. And it's not a rounding error. It's not complex. It's just catastrophic incompetence. This is exactly why I am demanding every transaction be put online every day with artificial intelligence oversight. This is not radical. This is just overdue. The era of trust us government is over.
When we are elected, when I'm elected governor, when Herb Morgan is elected state controller, we are going to shut down Califraudia and the welfare industrial complex that is stealing $250 billion of our money. Thank you very much, everyone. I'd now like to invite Herb to lay out our plans to stop this.
Okay, thank you, Steve. So well said. You know, California was once the clearest expression of what America could be. Innovative, generous, and governed with confidence. People trusted our institutions, respected our leaders, and believed that public service meant stewardship of the common good. Today, that trust is fully at risk because financial accountability in our state government has disappeared. Over the past several years, our budget has grown from $200 billion to $320 billion, a 50% increase. That is an extraordinary expansion of spending. And yet Californians are being told there is no clear explanation of where the money went. California now routinely budgets through drawdowns on emergency reserves. And still, this fiscal year, we will be an $18 billion deficit. We spend in our state more on social programs of compassion than any state in the nation. That reality makes financial discipline, verification, and oversight a non-negotiable. When spending expands without discipline, when systems operate without verification, fraud flourishes. We've already seen the consequences. The Employment Development Department behind me, directly behind me, has acknowledged losing more than $55 billion lost, making it one of the largest public sector fraud failures in U.S. history. That money did not vanish by accident. It went to criminal networks, people in prison, organized fraud rings, and ineligible recipients at massive scale. Yet, even after that catastrophe, California has never conducted a comprehensive and independent top-to-bottom audit of its broader social services ecosystem. Based on our preliminary review, we drew from state program budgets, known error rates, prior fraud cases, and Califraud public submissions. We estimate that the long-term exposure to fraud, waste, and mismanagement across state programs is as high as $250 billion just in the most recent years. And today, nobody in Sacramento can tell us the real number. This concern is not new. Our concerns are not speculative. The state auditor's high-risk audit program exists to flag programs and agency where the risk of waste, fraud, and management abuse is serious and unresolved. Some of the items on the auditor's list have been there for 18 years. They've survived multiple administrations and repeated promises of reform. The persistence tells me something important. The problem is not a lack of warning, it is a lack of action. Repeated audits, findings, failures by elected officials to fix the system. The risks are in Medi-Cal, CalFresh, CalWorks, our housing and homeless programs, educational systems, and the nonprofit and intermediary organizations entrusted with billions in taxpayer funds. They also raise very serious questions about our public retirement systems, CalPERS and CalSTRS, not just funding assumptions, but personnel practices that quietly inflate long-term liabilities. We've seen patterns. Employees are rotated into higher paying roles later in their careers, permanently increasing pension obligations and shifting costs unfairly to taxpayers. And when those decisions place the wrong leadership in critical public safety roles, such as an inexperienced fire chief in a situation in a major wildfire, the consequences are more than financial. People die, property is lost. That is why today, the two of us are formally calling on the U.S. Department of Justice and federal, state inspectors general to step into our state, to coordinate with California's authorities and examine where the controls failed and pursue accountability where the law was broken. This is also why I, in my role as candidate for state controller, I am proposing a solution. It is both simple and modern. Every dollar of state money, whether it goes to an agency, a county, a nonprofit agency, or a contractor, should be and must be reported to the public on a daily basis, on a transaction level, online, stored on a secure public blockchain. Not annually, not every 2 years, but daily reporting. With modern tools and an artificial intelligence assisted review, I and Steve will scale oversight of our state spending in real time. We will flag anomalies early, we will surface patterns of abuse, we will intervene before bad behavior metastasizes into billion-dollar failures. This isn't about creating a bigger bureaucracy, it's about using technology to make oversight continuous, inexpensive, and effective. This approach is simple, it is low cost, and it is brutally effective. Transparency is not radical. Accountability is not partisan. I thank you. I'm Herb Morgan. Back to you. Can I send this to the Smithsonian?